Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I wanted to show you this because you know that I enjoy trying new food, trying out new recipes. I'm not on a diet and I don't follow a particular lifestyle, but I think most of us probably at some point or another think I should try and cut this out or that out or the other. And you know that from last year I've tried to cut down on sugar and just be a bit more mindful. And there are so many people out there that are educating you on what they know about nutrition. There was even someone who I used to watch on Hollyoaks here in the UK, which is a soap. I've not watched Hollyoaks for years, but I used to watch it when I was younger. It used to be like a teenager's soap, but now it's just like one of the standard ones. And Davina Taylor, I believe her name is, was an actress that I recognised from it, and she looks fabulous now. And she was on TV recently with her new book explaining basically about all of the dangers in the oils that we use to cook with. And it's so surprising. You think that when you're choosing vegetable oils that you're doing the right thing. They're not talking about olive oil because that still is the gold star, that's a good one. But things like vegetable oils and sunflower oils, all these different oils that you think, okay, I'll use that to cook. The dangers that they can actually cause within your body, the difficulties they can give you with actually helping to maintain your health and wellness. Look into it, but it was really, really fascinating. So to get to the point, you know that I really like Glynis Barber and she's now got her Ageless YouTube channel. I noticed that she had 2 products from a company called Keto 8, I believe. I'm saying I believe because Alan and me had a disagreement with how you say it, but I'm sure it's Keto 8. I'll explain why in a minute. And she showed 2 products and they looked interesting. As you can imagine, when it's specialist products, they're not cheap, but I did a bit of research on the website. They did an introductory offer. They actually did a little hamper to try. So the hamper had some duplicates in it. So I don't have everything here that was in the hamper, just one of each thing. But how cute is that? Look, it came in a little hamper and it's even... What is it about me? I love something that just looks quite cute and fun. This is the little hamper. So it is actually a cardboard hamper. But I just loved the little attention to detail that it had the rope in it. All your products came in here. So it was a Keto 8 website. You got a discount with your first time purchase. They also have some sort of scheme where you can collect points when you purchase. It's not cheap, but it's obvious that you get what you pay for when you realise what goes into it. So this was a little hamper. You got more than this, but these are just one of everything, so I thought I'd just show you. And the reason that I wanted to try it is I have always been careful not to overdo anything. And you've got to enjoy your food and you've got to try lots of different things. But if you're going to try and cut down something like sugar, but you still want treats, then it can be difficult to know where to go. And when I was showing you the different nut butters, a lot of them are sweetened with agave syrup. And whilst agave tequila is a good thing, agave syrup can sometimes not be great. Small doses of everything are fine, but too much of something. And as somebody pointed out, it would be brilliant if they didn't sweeten some of your nut butters with agave syrup. So you get into this entire minefield where you don't know if you're coming or going. You could get to a point where you just don't eat anything. But Glynis had actually shown these raw cacao morsels and she said that they were absolutely amazing. I've not opened them yet because they only came today, but I will let you know. But again, I'm not on any particular diet, but if you were, say you were... either you had diabetes or you had to maintain your blood sugar for various reasons. Maybe you had to go low carb, you had to go gluten-free, you had to go dairy-free, you were choosing to go vegan or you were on the keto diet. These actually tick all those boxes. So that's why I thought I would show you, because how often does a product tick all of those boxes? Again, they're not cheap, but that's because it's an independent brand. And from what I was reading, they're independent and a lot of things are handmade or specially sourced. So that's why. But I thought for the investment of trying it in the starter hamper and getting the initial discount, it was definitely worth it. So I'm going to try these and I'll feed back to you, but I got a different selection of them. So raw cacao morsels, basically a version of little chocolates. And it's got low carb, low sugar, but high fibre, which is quite good. And again, it's ticking all those boxes: low carb, gluten-free, dairy-free, vegan, keto. I believe they all are. And it tells you, again, it's 8foods.co.uk, and it tells you what's in them. Almond morsels, chocolate chip morsels, buns and bagels are the other things that they do. So I've basically got a selection of everything to try. Tells you that these ones are rich and chewy, but they're low carb and keto friendly, coconut based morsels. And if I skip through, it says they've also got antioxidants, they've got brain boosting MCT, and now I believe MCT, unless I'm mistaken, because I've got my coconut oils and my coconut carrier oils, I think that is one of the benefits of the coconut oil. Correct me if I'm wrong, that's just through when I was doing my aromatherapy. I think that's one of the key points of the coconut oil, but I might be talking rubbish, so correct me if I'm wrong. The added benefit of all important fibre, high in prebiotic fibre, they're gut health friendly to boot. Your prebiotics and your probiotics are so important. As I've said before, your gut health, people talk about the stomach being the second brain. They talk about probiotics. I think more people are learning about the power of probiotics and prebiotics. And I might have said to you that the prebiotic that I'm using at the moment is a spoonful of sauerkraut with every dinner. Not every meal, every dinner. So here's another prebiotic. If you don't like sauerkraut or kimchi, you can get it in your cacao morsels. Obviously, you can make things like this yourself, but I wanted to try. And again, I'm not on a keto diet, but I know a lot of people are. They tell you that Keto 8 is an award-winning British brand on a mission to offer uncompromisingly tasty, truly healthy, low-carb foods perfectly suited to the keto or low-carb lifestyle. We at Keto 8 are passionate advocates of a low-carb, clean, nutritious diet and create products that we hope will inspire and empower our customers on their quest for boundless health and well-being. So I'm trying it. Again, it's for the health and well-being. I'm not on a particular diet, but it can't hurt, can it? So that's the first one to try. The other one is the chocolate chip morsels version. So again, it's exactly the same benefits to it. You can see all the free-froms that it's got. And the raw chocolate chips, it looks nice too. And it tells you, again, the ingredients here. So this is mainly almonds. So again, you've got to make sure if you've got nut allergies that you're very careful. Chocolate chips from cacao mass. So that's good to see there. This one is raw almond morsels. So I would say at the moment this is not for you if you've got a nut allergy, you don't like nuts, but I like all of this. So I'm hoping it doesn't let me down, but I will try these. So the raw almond morsels, again, it's got all your same free-froms basically. Now they had 3 packs of these, so I have tried some. And Alan, who doesn't like anything green, actually ate a full pack to himself. So if that's not clarification that this is nice, then I don't know what is, because honestly, he's got an aversion to green food. So they're not actually cheesy kale crisps, and I wouldn't like this. I was worried that they were going to be like a cheese and onion type thing, because I don't like cheese and onion crisps. Salt and vinegar all the way for me. But again, they've got all the free-froms. I like kale, and I'll make kale. I make it almost every day as part of my dinners, because I always want to just try and keep my iron up and my B vitamins. So kale and cabbage and things like that. But it's amazing how they do this, and I'm not surprised it's won a Great Taste Award, because they are really pleasant. There is a mild cheesy taste, but it's a very nice one. It's super mild, but very pleasant. Enjoyable. Like I said, Alan doesn't eat green things, so for him to eat a pack of these, honestly, you should put that on the front, Keto 8. Oh, I just threw it away. You should put that on the front, that somebody that's averse to greenery ate a packet. So I don't know how they do it. I think it's nutritional yeast. They said lemon juice and sea salt are things. You don't taste the lemon juice. But I think they said in the website it was nutritional yeast that gave it that cheese-style flavour. But it's very pleasant. They do taste really good. They're nice and crunchy too, and they're all different sizes. So it's not just these tiny little broken pieces. You get decent sizes in it. So they are crunchy. Yes, they are cheesy tasting, but there you go. They're totally dairy free. They're also gluten, wheat, dairy and refined sugar free. And it's a low temperature drying, not frying process, leaving enzymes and nutrients so essential to vibrant health intact. So there you go, that's how they do it. But again, if you can get someone who is a salad dodger to eat them and enjoy them, you know you're onto something good. And this leads me on to something I'm not. I'm not a cake dodger. I've been making some sugar-free cakes at the moment, and I have made a date cake in which it's the dates that actually provide the sweetness, and you put in some allspice so it tastes nice and cinnamony. That's good. But I would like to try this. Now again, look, it is small. So again, you're paying for something that I will be trying this tonight again. So I'll leave a little, basically when I put this up, I'll put in the description what I thought of everything. So you know what I thought of the kale chips. I will obviously eat all the sweet things so that I can give you feedback. I think I'll eat this tomorrow. So it's a caramel slice. It's low carb, high fibre and high in good fats. And it's coconut oil, chicory root fibre, almonds, cacao butter, desiccated coconut, cashews, vanilla extract, cacao powder. So there we go. And then you're on to basically just your finishing touches, your sea salt. I've also noticed that they've got asterisks where they've got organic ingredients. So I think they try where possible to have organic ingredients. And again, you know that costs more. So that's quite interesting. You can tell these are fresh. It did come in the box with the chiller. You know, it looks like ice, but it's actually I don't know what you would call it. It's basically a type of ice that is sort of frozen inserts, if you like, and it said refrigerate all over it. So obviously I've taken these out of the fridge to show you. What have we got here? So that's a 40-gram caramel slice, and that is 181 calories and saturated fat 9.7, so that's not too bad. And the sugars, carbs are 2.8 and sugars are 1.5 grams. That's not bad at all. But again, it's small, so I have to remind myself that I can't do it in one bite. I have to enjoy it. So that'll be a nice little treat to try. Remember though, you can try these, and if you like them, you can find recipes online. There are so many different recipes for alternatives to cakes, like non-dairy, low sugar, gluten-free. You just have to commit to trying them out a few times, because it's not always easy to get the authenticity of what you're expecting it to taste like. They can taste quite different, but once you commit to it, if you're willing to keep trying, you can definitely get there in the end. But I'm very much looking forward to trying that. Now, again, so surprised that Alan said, I'll try one of these. He would never have asked to try something. And you know what? They are so good. Now, these, again, are not cheap. For 4 bagels, you are paying a premium. But I had read the website, and there were hundreds of 5-star reviews. And they all said the same thing. The most authentic, even if you just want to eat normal bagels, you don't want to change your bread, you're not interested in anything like that, they're actually just standalone. Really good, really good. So they're keto vegan sesame bagels, but I think that if you didn't know and someone just gave you one, you wouldn't have a clue. You just wouldn't have a clue. So that's what they look like. They're a little bit spongier than normal, but that's actually a good thing. Look, I'm stuck now. I've got all these sesame seeds stuck to me. They are so soft. Now, you have to refrigerate them, so again, that's not authentically what you have to do with bread. But sometimes bagels can be quite tough to eat. Sometimes, because they're high carb, they can convert quite high sugar in your bloodstream. People that maybe have to watch their blood sugars can't enjoy bagels the way they would like to. But I honestly can't explain how nice these are. There's the cinnamon version too, which we've not opened yet. And again, it says refrigerate. So I'm not sure what the difference is, but wow, I'm looking forward to trying the cinnamon, because honestly, someone that would normally say to me, no, you're okay, I'll just stick with what I know, for him to eat one and say that was amazing. And the only thing he said was, again, as Keto 8 do answer a lot of the time on their website, people will say, I love them, but they're expensive, I have to buy them as a treat. And they said, I read one of the answers, and they said it's because they're handmade and we're small and we're independent in what goes into it. See, if you wanted to buy these as an occasional treat, well worth it. Honestly, I can't explain how nice they are. I genuinely have tried so many gluten-free alternatives, and you'll say, it's nice, but it's not the same. Or sometimes you try it and say, oh, that's trying to be bread, that didn't work. That's not right. These, I can't fault them. If I could, I would buy them all the time. And it does also say on the website and also in the packaging that if you don't refrigerate them, you can freeze them. So I got, I think, 3 packs. So they're in the freezer. So I won't be using them every day. But wow, that's all I can say. It's not often that something exceeds expectation. And dare I say it, I think it's the nicest bagel I've ever had. There you go. That's that one. Haven't tried the cinnamon, but have high hopes for it. So these are grain-free, gluten-free, dairy-free, yeast-free, plant-based. All the things that I'm not geared towards, but I'm interested in. And I like to try these things. So there you go. It's keto and paleo friendly. Low carb, low sugar. So it's gut health promoting due to its high fibre content. It's a source of vitamin E, riboflavin, I never know how to say that, even though I taught it, I still don't know how to say it. Magnesium and manganese, I've probably said that wrong, to boot. Loads of benefits without the guilt of eating bread, that's true. Great toasted, I'll need to do that. We just ate ours with butter straight from the packet. Slices perfectly and suitable for freezing. So, wow, that's all I can say. Keto weight, look though, the only thing is I've got sesame seeds everywhere. Keto weight so far, it only came today. I wanted to show you because I've got to freeze some things and I've got to put some in the refrigerator. I'll put this up in the next couple of days. So I got it today, but it'll go up in a few days. I will leave in the description what I thought of everything that I tried. But as an occasional treat, if you wanted to commit to it and you maybe balanced out what you might buy as snacks and sweets, so you took that money aside, maybe you'd spend about £5 a week or £10 a week on just general snacks and sweets and things that you don't really pay attention to. Maybe say, right, do you know what? I'm not going to use that £5 or £10. I'm going to put it towards some of this. And then what you could do is buy some of this, freeze key points. And the way that I'm navigating it is anything that I think is more expensive than what I would normally buy, I'm balancing it out with what I would have bought in volume. And what I've been finding out in the past year is it all balances out, and sometimes it's actually cheaper in the long run. Obviously not initially to purchase, but I do think if you know how to purchase it and when to eat it, and you're not just needlessly snacking, you're not having 2 or 3 things at a time, it's a real treat, then I think it actually works out extremely good value for money. So there you go. Foodie Elaine is back on the scene. Let me know if you make anything like this, if you've tried this brand, if there's brands that are similar that you love where you stay. I always like to know. Have a great day and I'll see you again soon.